What's up, YouTube? JD here to come hang out with you for a little while. It's been a couple weeks, but I want to talk about Affordable Health Care Act, or what is known today as the Obamacare Act. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, well, Obamacare is great, it gives everybody insurance, and we need to keep it intact. But have you read it? Have you looked into it? There's a lot of things about the Affordable Health Care Act you don't know, because nobody's read it. The people that passed it didn't even read the damn thing. They just pushed it through. So I'm going to go over a few things today with you that you need to know about this Affordable Health Care Act so you can make a decision come November about what you want to do. We can change this government. We can change this country and get it back on track, but we got to get to the polls. So I wrote down some things. I'm going to read off the sheet here, and I want you to follow along. Page 50, Section 152. All people, regardless of your status, will have health insurance. Legal or not legal, America will be paying for your health insurance. Page 58 and 59. The government has access to individual bank accounts and can transfer funds at any time. That's right, America. The government now has the right to go into your bank account and pull money out anytime they want. Page 65, Section 164. This plan will subsidize all unions, retired union members, and all community organizations. I don't have a problem with unions personally. What I have a problem with is the government continually telling us what they're going to spend our money on without our permission. We run the government, and it's time we get it back and take control of it. Page 203, line 14 and 15. The tax imposed will not be treated as a tax. Bullshit. The United States Supreme Court said this is a tax. Other IRS agents have been added to continually handle this tax. It is a tax, and it's bullshit. No consumer product should be made to be purchased by any American. I don't care what it is. Page 241 and 253. All doctors will be paid the same fee, and the government will set that fee. That means no matter what kind of doctor you are, podiatrist, chiropractor, gynecologist, brain surgeon, heart surgeon, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much money you spent in school. It doesn't matter how many years you spent in school. It doesn't matter how well your practice was before. It's all over. You're done. The government is now going to control your income. And that means, America, that a lot of our doctors are going to quit and find a new position somewhere else where they don't have to deal with this shit. America has the best health care system in the world, and it's about to be ruined. Thank you, Obama. Page 272, Section 1145. Cancer hospitals will ration treatment based on your age. Welcome to the nanny state and the age of the government saying whether you live or die. Whether our loved ones live or die. The government is in complete control now. They will now control who gets treated and who don't. And we have no say-so because we allowed this to happen. Page 317 and 321. Government will impose a prohibition on hospital expansions except in the cases of approved petitions. No matter how well your hospital is doing, you can't expand. If you have to send people away and they die, it's not your fault. It's the government's fault. But that's what you have to do because you're not allowed to expand. Again, government imposing itself on free commerce. Page 425, lines 4 through 12. Government mandates advanced care planning, and those on Social Security must attend an end-of-life planning every 5 years. Death seminars, people. They're going to mandate death seminars. Mandating. You must do a death seminar every 5 years. I don't have a problem with pre-planning for a funeral. I have no problems with setting things up in advance. It takes the burden off your family. But the government has no right sticking their business in yours. They have no right telling you how to plan for your funeral. They need to get the hell out of our business. Page 425, 13 through 25. The government will specify which doctors can write an end-of-life order. If they feel it's time for you to go, they can make the decision and you have no say-so. Government suicide or government murder is what it is. Government murder. The government deciding to end your life. And there's nothing you can do about it as long as this is in effect. We're not allowed to have assisted suicide. Look at all the shit Dr. Kevorkian went through. But the government all of a sudden has the right to do it? Bullshit. And a final point about Obama healthcare that I want to make, and this is very, very important. No member of Congress will be adhering to these rules. And the reason being is Congress doesn't pay into Social Security, and they have the best health care in the country. They expect you to follow every rule. They expect you to be subjected to this, but they refuse to impose it on themselves. The government is overstepping their boundaries, and they put themselves above the country. It's time to take our country back in November, people. Get out to the polls, make a decision, make a change. We gave Obama 4 years, he made it worse. It's time to fix it. Alright, funny another email I got. It's a serious email, but it's ironic. Top 10. Again, I wrote it down, so I'm going to read it off the page to you. If you follow along, great. If you turn off the video, oh well. Top 10 only in Americas. Only in America could politicians talk about how greedy rich people are while at a $40,000 a plate fundraiser. Yeah, $40,000 a plate. That's more than I make in a year. Okay? Only in America could we call it racism or racial discrimination when we have a black president, a black attorney general. 18% of our government workers are black. And you take that and you add it to the fact that only 12% of Americans are black. Where's the racial discrimination? Explain it to me. Only in America could we have two people who have dodged taxes for years claim we need higher taxes, and they control our treasury and our tax code, but they don't pay taxes. What the hell is wrong with this government? Do you understand how fucked up that is? Only in America could terrorists kill people in the name of Allah, and then our media complain that there's going to be a backlash against Muslims. Well, no shit there's going to be a backlash, because Muslims are the ones doing it. You would expect as an American that the Muslims would pay for what they did. Now, when I say American, it could be a Muslim American. It could be a Buddhist American. It doesn't matter what religion you are, because the Muslims that are causing these problems aren't your average everyday Muslim. They're the radicals. They're the extremists. So the backlash is not going to be against your average Muslim. It's going to be against the extremists, the people that are doing this. And if you, as an American, go out and take your frustration out on just somebody because they're Muslim, you need to be shot. You should be smart enough to know the difference. Only in America could we make people wait years and spend thousands of dollars to become a citizen, and then turn around and give illegal aliens amnesty. If I was someone who came here legally, I would be pissed. I'd be letting my voice be heard. It is bullshit. We have no problems with people coming here legally. But come here legally. Take your ass home and come back with the proper paperwork. And I don't care what nationality you are. I'm talking to all illegals. Only in America could you believe in a balanced budget and our Constitution and be called an extremist. This country was built off of the Constitution. Our government was put in place to balance the budget. Americans might be extremists, but that Constitution is what gives us our freedoms. A balanced budget is what gives us the means to help other countries and help other people and to help ourselves. So if that's being an extremist, then sorry. If you don't like this country, get the fuck out. Only in America could you be carded for tobacco and alcohol, but not to go vote. We have to register to vote. How do we know the person on that card is you unless you don't show an ID? If you're not showing an ID, they have no idea if you're the person on the card or not. There's nothing wrong with asking for an ID. Only in America could people claim that the oil companies are gouging people when the net income of the oil company is less than what Nike makes. That's right, Nike Shoe Company makes more than the oil company does in America. Now $4 a gallon is expensive and it needs to be fixed, but until we're allowed to drill, until we're allowed to frack, until we're able to supply our own resources, we got to pay these prices. If you want the change, make it at the polls. Only in America can we collect more tax than any other country in the world and still spend $7 trillion almost in 4 years. Only in America can we spend $1 trillion more than we make a year and bitch about being broke. Well, no kidding. The government has misappropriated funds for years. They've dried up Social Security. They've ruined welfare, the healthcare system as far as welfare goes and what it was designed for. But yet, we want to bitch about it. Well, if you want to fix it, then fix it. Put people in office that are going to fix it. And only in America do people that don't pay taxes claim that rich people don't pay their fair share. The wealthy in this country pay 86% of all income tax. But all you people out there that don't pay taxes, shut the fuck up. You have no right to complain about what the rich people are doing. You want a right to bitch? Get a job, pay your taxes, then you can bitch. But if the guy next to me makes $1 billion a year, and I make $50,000 a year, and we both pay 35% income tax, guess what? We're paying the same. His dollar amounts could be more than mine, which is where the extra money comes from the government. He is paying his share. We're both paying 35%. Now, are there loopholes and tax credits that the rich people get that the rest of us don't? Of course there is. And that's where the reform needs to come in place and fix it. But until we put people in the government that's going to do the tax reform and balance our budgets and turn this deficit around, we have no right to bitch because it's our own fault for putting these stupid asses in the White House, and these stupid asses in the Congress, and these stupid ass people in the Supreme Court. America, if you want to fix it, now is the time. November's coming, and everybody's up for re-election. Let's fix it. Alright guys, I'm out until next week. If you like this video, share it with your friends. Leave me some comments. If you don't, I don't give a fuck. You can leave some comments and tell me that. If I hurt your feelings, sorry about your damn luck.